Hi everyone, the Mature Simmer here. So I'm continuing the RBJets series in Marias Pass. So we're on scenario number 5. So this one says, in Columbia Falls, we'll be dropping off a few empties and gathering a small consist for a freight coming from Whitefish. As this series continues, some of the scenarios will all kinda be happening around the same time of each other. So example, in Leaving Plum Creek Part 2, which was the one we just finished, you passed a switcher as you left Columbia Falls, and now in this scenario you will be driving it and you will see the freight from Part 2 going by. So, kind of interesting. We'll see how this all plays out. Alright, one of two. The following takes place during this scenario, Leaving Plum Creek Part 2. So again, let me back away here. Alright, 2 of 2. Hey there, 3460. Pull forward, clear the switch, flip it, and let's drop off 2 of these empties on Columbia Falls Lumber 3223 before you gather a small consist for a freight that's coming from Whitefish. Leaving Whitefish scenario coming soon. Check all manual switches. So I'm assuming they are not set right. So let's see what we've got to do. We're going to collect some stock for freight coming from Whitefish. Got 18 steps, so we've got some work here. I didn't look at how long this is supposed to take, but we're going to go straight and then we're going to drop things off at 3223. So let's see. We are here. And let's see. Where is 3223? Whoops. Okay. There it is. So we have to go that way. But I believe that is us. So we're going to go here. And then... yeah, and then go that way. Alright. So... let's get our brake turned off. Get ourselves forward. Again, we can go 15. So, alright, I was worried So we've just got 4 cars. So I'm assuming that's our train that went around that big turn, if you remember. And then we went up there. So that's what they're talking about, where it's happening during the same scenario. So that train's actually us in the last scenario. Very interesting. But us in this scenario are doing these things. Alright, so I can go here. Because I need to make sure once I'm past the switch, and then I need to back up down the way we came, and it's possible that other switch is also turned, so I'm going to have to check all that. So let me slow this down. At this point we're past the switch, so we want to change that. So now we're going straight. This is going straight, and then we change that there. But let's see. Okay. So that one was switched up there, so that's what they're talking about, checking all the manual switches. So now we're going to go the opposite way. And again, I've got a little ways to go, but we can only go 20, so we don't want to go too crazy. But we also don't want to take forever to get this done, so... okay, most of the sidings are 10 miles per hour. So the question is this set right? Because... oh, I don't want to be on gas, I want to be on lumber. I'm glad I checked. Alright. So, we've got a little ways to go here. 0.6 miles, actually. And then we're going to be dropping 2 cars off. But then it looks like we'll be grabbing 2 more cars, so... And we may be building a much larger consist, so who knows what it'll all come down to. Alright, so this first one here I think is gas, which I had initially done, and that's where we pulled in to refuel, if you remember. Alright, so we can in theory go a little quicker, but again I then need to be careful that I'm not going too fast when I get over in that space, so... It does take a bit to slow down. My car is moving. The gate's closed, man. Can you not see this? Alright, and again, all the sidings are 10, so I do want to be careful. We have to be at 10 by the time we get there, which we will be, clearly. So yeah, I've come to appreciate the yard work, I will say that. It's definitely something different, and obviously I understand why it's needed. So, let's see. There we go. So now it's 10. We need to get far enough again so that, you know, this is where they'll be doing the work. So to make it kind of realistic, it's kind of where I want to leave the cars. So let me start slowing down here. So we'll drift a little bit. But yeah, that'll work. Get ourselves stopped. Alright, so then we want to uncouple here. Okay, next grab the 2 loaded center beam cars sitting on Columbia Falls Plywood 3210. Add to front. Let's see. Aha, alright. So we want to do that, and that should do it. Alright, so I want to make sure I'm going the correct way. And pull away. Get ourselves to the front. Again, just can't be going more than 10 before we are allowed to. I guess that's the simplest way to say it. I was going to say before we clear the switch, but in essence, that's before we're allowed to. There we go. That was crazy close. It changed the moment we hit 10, but we got a little ways to go. And again, it said most sidings are 10. I'm not sure if that one is, but I don't know that I want to test it. So let me go back to the front. Whoa. So this will be interesting, given... Not quite sure how we're going to place all this, because we're going to have stuff on the front, we're going to have stuff on the back. Definitely a little bit different than what I'm used to. But anyway, I guess it's saying 20, so I'm going to assume that it's 20, because that's what I would think, although the siding then probably becomes 10. So let me be careful with that. Go. probably at 10 here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, yep. I did alright, I was only going like 12. So, although it's gonna tell me I was speeding, and I was. So, I had the right intention, just buttons in too many places. So, alright, don't want to go too fast before we connect. Again, I think as long as we're below 5, I think that'll work, but obviously if we come in too close to 5, we run the risk of going the other way and derailing off the other end. Alright, now drop these 2 center beam cars just past the switch once on Columbia Falls Y lead. Not sure. Just past the switch once. What does that mean? Okay, so I guess. Alright. So, want to do that. Alright. So we need to head back out, and then we're basically going here and then leaving them, and then, I don't know, maybe we'll pick them up later. Not really sure how this is going to work. Or is this the lead already? Like, do I just leave it? I'll have to take a peek. No, Columbia Y lead is there, where this is Columbia West leg or whatever, so we do need to get past that. But definitely lots of movement here. So let's see. Want to be there. I think the switch is, yep, way back there. So we got to get a little further here. Just not entirely clear, but I think, yes, I'm just going to leave it just past the switch, like it says. To go too much farther. Probably a little farther than that, so let me drift away. Alright, that'll do it. I think that's far enough. turn around, I'm sure. Alright. Now reverse so you can head up Columbia Falls straight leg Y 325 to drop off the last 2 empties. Alright. So, yeah, I think we're past the switch, because that's, yeah, there's the switch, so we're good there. Alright, so Columbia Falls, straight leg Y, 3215. So I'm going to flat track. Alright, 3208. There we go. Hopefully this guy knows where he's going. So that's the switch there. There's definitely a lot of moving around, I will say that. A lot more than I figured. Different stuff than I figured. That is also very interesting. So, want to change this. Want to change that. Alright. Yep. Want to go by, and obviously the other train might need to be gone before I go too. So, let's see how it all goes. Alright, I was just worried. Whoops, 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 whoops. Stupid me. Drop 1 empty on Columbia Falls, flat track 308. I was speeding up quickly, wasn't paying attention. Another speeding. Can't take me anywhere. Alright, so I think that's 3208 there. So yeah, the other train looks like it's long gone. Looks like a lot of logs. But at this point, well, we're already on step 8. So alright, just let's make sure. Yep, 3208. And then I'm dropping the other one across the way, so looks like one there, one there. So, get to the back of the train, so again I can see where we're at, but that'll help here. Ooh, I better slow down faster, because I think I hit that red signal, I'm gonna be in trouble. Alright, so I want to switch this. again, it's only 10, but it's already telling me that, so it doesn't take much to understand. Let's see. And there's stuff to load there. I guess I'll be nice and I'll take it all the way back. Because they're not going to be able to load it on the tree. They're not going to be able to load the trees on, or through the trees is what I mean. Goodness gracious. Again, can't take me anywhere. Alright. So, we'll get that done. Why is it not slowing faster? Alright. Uncoupled. Now just drop the last empty over Columbia Falls Loading Dock 3209. So, there we go. So, I want that. Get past the switch. Don't go too fast. So yeah, I'm curious if we're actually going to get the entire new consist together, or if that will help. Ooh, he's coming. I better not go on the other track. I really cause a problem. I do that. Alright, let's just double check. Yep, 3209. All good stuff. So this will now be backwards. Just make sure. Yep. Alright, so we gotta go 0.13 miles. So a lot of long trains going through. It's pretty nice. It's definitely like active with those things. So it's pretty nice how they make you really feel like there's something going on in the world. Versus, like, yeah, you're just passing other trains otherwise, you know, going just on 2 rail type things. He is slowing down a lot. Hope I don't have to go that way before this is done, because I can't even see the end of him around the turn. Alright, slow down. There we go, it's 10. Again, now this one I think I can just drop right here. So, because he's obviously right there, so. Alright. Oh, didn't want to go in that far. What's happening? Why won't it let me? Am I not far enough? I don't understand. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Crazy me. Alright, now I need to... Well, that's great. Now it like won't let me couple. There we go. Now it did. Now can I uncouple? No. Right, so I want to disconnect him. And then pull out. There we go. Right. Why isn't it marking that as done? Did I not go far enough? I don't understand. Or am I somehow in the wrong place? I don't think so. Maybe I didn't go far enough. So let me see. Guess I'll have to go the other way. So I must have to push it back a little bit further. A little bit disappointing there, that's for sure. But we'll do that. Alright. So I would think now it's good. I'm on the yellow. So maybe that's why it wouldn't give me the signal. No, it still won't, so it's not that. Right. So now let's see. I don't understand. Do I really need to go further back? This is foolish. Huh. Yeah, I'm just not sure if I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing. So I'll go further back. Because I'd like it to... Okay. So let me stop this now. So now... Oh, it still thinks it's connected. There we go. Alright, so I missed what it said. I didn't get to read it. How sad. Alright, I am obviously still struggling to disconnect this thing. Let's see if this works. There we go. So now I want to go via Columbia Falls North Leg. Let's see. Alright, Columbia Falls, okay, North Leg. And then couple those to the back. So I'm basically going to collect these. So I need this, this, and obviously that's after I get through here and switch things. There we go. I think once we're like on the other color, we should be okay. We'll probably move a little bit just to be sure. There we go. So we're blue, blue, blue. Alright, let me just move a tiny bit further. Just so there's no doubt. There we go. Alright, so 20 and then 15. So let's see, there we go. Everything left alone there. There's not really a point of going faster than 15 because we're kind of almost there. But yeah, at this point, like rather than having it on the front like it did when we dropped off, now we're on the back, so step 10. So shortly we'll be up there, and I'm sure people will be thrilled to have those cars out of the way. It's coasting along pretty well, so I don't think I really need to speed anything up anymore. Not seeing any other trains going by, which is good. But yeah, the This has got to be like a big sawmill lumber yard. Kind of crazy how much stuff there is, or how big it is. Alright. Try that. And then we'll get slowed down here. There we go. So now we're below 4. Just get ourselves going a bit here, because then I'm sure we've got to turn around again. There we go. Start pulling the opposite direction a little bit here. Alright. So I have that. So coupled those. Now I need to couple, alright, with fiberboard 3211. Alright, so we keep going. So we want this, this. There we go. And I'm betting we're going to need to go collect stuff from the glue. So now let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just want to make sure we didn't suddenly have to come back and get that. But yeah, then you can see then we go to glue. So, anyway, let's get going. Whoops. I don't want to get going. I want to get going this way, actually. So, there we go. 0.31 miles. It looks further than that, but obviously I can't gauge anything, so... But we'll have 8 cars then, so we'll be starting to have a real consist. Nice length, but yeah, there it is. And then that's the glue factory. Okay, I can actually go 20 here, so I guess I can be a little faster, but again, on that spur, we can only go 10. So just make sure I'm not... Nope. All looks good. Alrighty. And that will get us down. So, not here yet. But very close. As soon as we hit there. 15. Interesting. I guess it did say most, and maybe because it's a longer one, it has a little bit of a faster allowance for it. Not sure. But definitely lots of industry around here, working off the rails. Get to the back so I can see where I'm at. Don't want to go too fast because again that will get me before I know it, so maybe kind of once we start hitting the blue door. Alright, we're below 5. We just want to be careful, and maybe that's the trick, is they're like making sure that we don't hit. Okay, last grab the 2 tanker cars. So let me hit Columbia Falls glue. So obviously first we need to get past the glue point. And then flip it after that. Oops, and again, now we're obviously heavy, because we're assuming those cars are full, and I don't know how Train Simulator works with that. I'm assuming there is some sort of model to show how much each car weighs so that it knows how to pull appropriately. Well, at this point, I'm gonna stay up here. But yeah, we'll get those 2 tankers. Didn't know glue got shipped in tankers, but maybe that's just some stuff that supplied what they needed or whatever. Because yeah, we're not, I mean, we will hit whatever it is, 20 or something, but that would just be for the section after the back half, or the back part of the train clears, so it's not going to be anything substantial. But yeah, we'll be starting to go around the turn already. You know, so in theory, this is all happening while we were driving that other train up there. So, pretty interesting. Alright. So, there we go. Now we'll clear the switch. Now we're 20. Probably let it go for a bit, because I don't think, I guess that is the switch handle there. Alright, so we'll start slowing down, because yeah, at this point I think we are past, and again, it's a heavier train. But I need to get on the glue spur. There we go. We'll straighten him out, because people aren't probably going back there, so we're going to collect the 2, and then we're going to go via north, and so forth. So, flip this around. And once again, this one will probably for sure be 10. There we go. Finally moving. The bigger problem is going to be it will also take longer to slow, and we don't have much space there, so I definitely want to be careful that I'm not flying back there. You know, it's one thing to do a little more. And again, kind of the momentum, once it's moving, it's moving. So this isn't super long. It's not as long as the one we had that I think we ended up pulling, but so probably as I get really close, I'll just start hitting the brake pretty hard. There we go. Alright, head over to Columbia Falls Old House 3207. This is where the passing freight coming from Whitefish will grab this stock. Alright, so we're going to flip around. And so obviously we're going via the leg, although, well, let me see where we're going. Alright, so Columbia Falls Old House is there. That all looks good from the switch standpoint. This, however, is not. Oops. How do I change? Those are signals. How do I change the switch? Because, like, at this point, oh, maybe there is not a switch there. Interesting. Because, yeah, we're going via the north leg, so we're all good there. Because, yeah, that's a switch. These are all just signals. So, yeah, I guess there isn't actually a switch there. It's just... But that makes no sense, because, well, maybe trains just don't go the other way. I don't know. All right. So let me get moving along here. But yeah, at one point, I think there's another yard work scenario in between here. And then I think there is something where, because it seems, I guess, whitefish is pretty far away. Because I think there's like 8 scenarios or something to get to whitefish eventually. So I think what it is, you know, what we took up to Plum Creek. That was almost like a separate train, and then this is like we're working on another one. We may or may not come back to that other one. Alright, let me get over here so I see what's happening. But yeah, I've got 0.22 miles just to get to that, but like on this, I can't see the distance. Alright, well I can't go more than 15 here, so I guess I better be careful. These guys are like, I just saw him leave. So yeah, now we'll go around. So it's a little S-curve train. We're long enough now. We're going to be doing that. But I'm pretty sure, like the other yard work scenarios, I probably took longer than the scenario author suggested I should. But yeah, so I'm thinking the Columbia House is that thing that's way out there. Columbia House, Columbia Falls. Columbia House used to be an old, like, music thing through the mail. Not like rental like Netflix, but that's how you'd buy it. They'd sell stuff and they'd send you a respond in 10 days, or we're going to send you this. Well, in my case, I was getting cassettes from them. If you don't know what cassettes are, you can look them up. Playing Train Simulator, not 1980s Simulator. And anyway, so yeah, we're in Columbia Falls. Although I think it's Columbia Old House or something. Maybe that's what confused me. We're going up a hill or something? Man, because we're like slowing down even though I've got something happening. Sounds like there's like a signal somewhere, but we're not near a road. So we shouldn't really be hearing a signal. Alright, just to make sure. Yep. We gotta go all the way. Yep, Columbia Falls Old House. So basically we gotta go all the way past all those parked trains. So yeah, it's at best it's that. So let's move, because otherwise we won't be here forever. I can't go too fast because again he's not going to clear the end before I can go 25, which I think is what the speed on the line here will be, but just 20. 20 is better than 15. How about that? So yeah, so this was a switch, but I would think that would have a switch too, but it does, okay. So why isn't it letting me do anything with it? Interesting. Don't know, maybe because we're not going the other way. I mean, we have a green light, so that's always good, and you know, it's not like giving us any indicator that we have a problem. So I guess that's Old House, but there's no house there. Maybe that's the point. It was an old house, and now they've demolished it, and it's gone. So I'm thinking once we hit... No, I guess not. I really like... Okay. This comedian... Dispatch, shut up. Okay. Yes, this comedian is very... funny. Although I'm sure that probably happens more than people might like. No, we can... There's actually a segment of this line where you can go 70. I can't believe it. That's pretty crazy. So, we're pretty long. I mean, I think if that's really the spur, which I think it is, yeah. Like, we're gonna fill that thing or get really close. It's gonna take a bit to you know, use that, so. No cars, very quiet here, but we're kind of in the middle of this work yard, so I'm sure if people weren't heading that way, but that is where we're leaving it. So at some point we'll be picking it up off of there. Alright, I think I'm gonna leave it at that, because speeding up further doesn't seem to make sense. So that looks like if we keep going there, we would go into the mountains. So I'm hoping that's where we go next when we finally take off, but who knows? So maybe that's what's left of the old house, that pile of sawdust. They just ground it up right there on the spot. Don't know how that all works. But wow, we've still got... There's just little things to pick up everywhere. Alright. So let me start slowing down, because I think we're going to hit this before we know it. But yeah, let me get to the end here. Alright, we'll let him cruise a bit faster. But we don't want to go way, way fast here. And then, you know, once again, have a... So, where is the switch? Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, so now I think we can fully stop. Change this. I don't understand. Is it an auto switch? It must be, because I don't know, let me, so if I did that, right, let me look, it's there. Now will it let me touch it? Guess not. So those must be like automatic in some way. I'm hoping, otherwise I'm going to be not happy. So we're going to find out very quickly here. Pretty much if it doesn't turn into 10 or 15 when I hit this spot, that should be my indicator that I need to quickly adjust. But, you know, it did say check the manual switches, so there we go, it's 10. So I will say we are appropriately switched, and we are. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, I guess I'll stay on the back here, because I want to know how close I am to the back end, and I can kind of eyeball and then maybe swing back if I need to the front as necessary. Alright, so that gets us to 10. Thinking if I'm at 13 we're going to speed up more. But again, we've got plenty of cars to get on Columbia Falls Old House 3207. But we're almost on, so this thing's longer than it appeared, I guess. It just really seemed like it would just barely be enough. I mean, I do want to be kind of up here, I think. Not just slightly past the switch or something, but... But yeah, we've got room to spare, because at this point now, yeah, the locomotive's off the main line. So I could really leave this almost anywhere. So I will do that. I mean, it is, you know, we might only have room for like 5 more cars, so it's definitely not the simplest thing. Go up here. Should be able to. Don't understand why sometimes you can. There we go. Alright, next you will be doing some yard work. Coming soon down in Conkelly. Take your engine down there and park it on Conkelly Cement 3103. Oh, so is that still part of this? Oh, it is. Okay. I thought I was going to be done. I mean, that's okay. Alright, well, let me... Where's Conkelly? Okay, so it is ahead of us. Well, so now we'll get to see if there's some mountains. So we're going... Huh. How do we get there? Because right now we're here. Again, that's not... Because it looks like to get there, I'm going to have to be on this the way it was. But I think we're okay. Alright. So yeah, we have a ways to go, but we'll probably get to see if we're getting close to the mountains or not. I guess we'll see if this train even goes, if this engine even goes 70 miles an hour. Whoa. It will go 11, and then they'll yell at me that I'm speeding, so let me not do that. Alright, so we really don't hit 70 until, okay. Because it was telling me like 0.1 miles. I'm like, really? Alright, well, 2 miles to Conkelly. Alright, so I'm gonna get in here, I'm gonna drive and check out the woods and the scenery. Some houses there on the left. Just seeing if that gauge was going to do anything different. Alright, so at some point we need to be going 40. Basically, right when we get to Conkelly Main East. Alright, that switch, or that signal is the other way. It's not this. Still have a mile. Well, we can start to see trees on those mountains. I guess that's a good indicator that we're getting close to something. So, as you might expect, it looks like some more logging work and so forth. I want to see what we've got here, so let's take a look. So these are like pass-through lines here, which I assume is why we're allowed to stay at 70. Alright, so this is like a power generation plant or something, I think. Maybe not, but pretty nice. Oops. While I sit there and gawk at that, I better pretty nice slow myself down here. But I should be okay. Alright, a little bit of... That actually might be where we're going, now that I think about it. And so I'm guessing, again, it'll be an automatic switch, and then it'll turn us around, Because, yeah, obviously then we're on a single line here. So we'll start slowing down. Oop, I cut some trees there. Looks pretty serious. Alright, oh, I don't want to be on emergency. I'm probably going to get flagged for that. It didn't say anything, but... Alright. So at this point, if I go here, yep, I'm all set to Conkelly cement. So again, they're clearly some sort of automated things. But yeah, we start going into mountains here. So if we get to go that way, that'll be pretty nice. Alright, Conkelly cement, 0.3 miles, not very far. And I don't think we're not coupling to any of the cars, so... Move along a little bit here. Whoops. Because I think, although maybe once we go off on those spurs, it might actually slow me down, so I guess I better be careful. Oh yeah, it's showing me 20. But I'm not going 20 yet, so I'm okay. So yeah, these little white boxes I think are the switches, but they're automated. So it was just this manual one we had. Alright, so we're at 20, but then we'll likely be at 10 when we hit the next spot, so get down there, because that's how I got burned last time. Yep. So there we go, and that is where we are going. It does not look like cement, it looks like wood, but who am I to judge, right? This is what they named it. Maybe it used to be a cement plant. And I think as long as I'm on the yellow anywhere, which at this point I will be, so I'll start slowing down, then I am complete. So I think I'm done here. There we go. The timer is running, and I'm sure it's going to tell us that we're marvelous. And darn, I like me. So here we go. What do we got? Nothing yet. There we go. Break time, Slick. Don't forget leaving whitefish in Yardware Conkelly coming soon. Scenario complete. Now the nice thing is they're coming sooner than you'd think because they're all out. Alright, so I was speeding twice. It didn't give me any engine brake, but 9 miles of movement, under an hour. Again, I'm guessing this was probably like a 45-minute scenario at best, and I took forever, but hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.